So here's something, and this is going to be kind of difficult because it's from somebody whose English isn't their native language, and we get a lot of that. This individual is, I think, from Portugal. I've just seen a couple of your shows on YouTube and want to congratulate you for your effort and dedication. Thanks. Most of the shows I've seen are a little old, so I don't know if you've evolved since then. But I have to say your argumentation is in most of the cases very basic. Now, without going any further, that kind of reminds me of you're not addressing what the real theologians say.
Yeah, I mean, I will have to say we respond to the claims we're given.
Yeah, get them to call in. Get the real theologians to call in, and we'll address those. But having addressed every one of the traditional arguments for the existence of God and every conceivable claim from, including, Matt Slick calling in with his transcendental argument to some Yahoo who thinks that if you put a mirror and wrap it with wood and put it under running water, it can suck you into a spirit realm, so you need a rope tied around you with somebody tending it.
Too much Carlos Castaneda.
I'm sorry that those people don't represent your particular superstitions, but until you actually present something more, I got nothing to go on. Continuing his email, being condescending and arrogant doesn't make your speech more reasonable, but it seems you insist on doing that. Okay. That's possibly fair. I've said on a number of occasions, in particular, that I can come across and be arrogant and condescending, dismissive. I'm human. I get frustrated sometimes when people call and are dishonest. The rules are kind of simple. The rules of what I expect when I'm having a conversation with a caller are really pretty simple. I want an honest discussion, an acknowledgement of points. You don't get to nobody coming on specifically just to preach. If you've made a point and it's been responded to and countered, I'd like some acknowledgement of that before you move on to something else, or just start giving a new laundry list of claims, because religionists in particular can make so many claims, and a very flawed claim in a very short period of time, that it takes 10 to 15 minutes to explain. So I'm going to have to put people on hold and cut them off early, etc. There have been people who said, well, don't use profanity. Okay. We tend not to. There have been some occasions where it's going to occur, and it's because I like it. I think it's a useful tool. I think that in some cases it's the best thing you can do, and I realize that it's going to turn some people off, and I do it knowing that that could potentially turn some people off. But I don't necessarily just get on here and start spewing obscenities just to irritate people who are interested in honest discussion. Usually people get about as good as they give on the show, and if you're willing to have an honest conversation, that's great. However, if somebody makes a stupid argument, I'm fine with saying that's a stupid argument. I'm fine with the fact that I'm dumbfounded that somebody could say anything so obviously stupid.
Yeah, I just have to interrupt because I read ahead a little bit here.
Yeah.
And I have to laugh because this person actually writes that when you read the Bible, you shouldn't be touched by historic facts, but by faith.
Yeah.
It's like, and earlier he's like, all you have are historic facts when you argue with people.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so just ignore the facts and then believe. And there's like an entire paragraph here where he's basically excusing the fact that they can't demonstrate any of this is true by saying that the science wasn't there and they don't have the capacity because it happened 2,000 years ago, as if that's my problem.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's the reason it's stupid for you to be putting this forward as real.
And oddly enough, like the whole hour has now gone by. Let me just hit on this because some people have emailed real quick. Thanks to everybody on the crew, and you can put the credits up and everything else, and we'll see you all again next year. But I don't take it easy on arguments, even when they're presented by my friends and people I like. If you listen to Last Nonprofits, Linnea made an argument that I thought was terrible, and I said so. I don't like Linnea any less than I did before. I don't respect her any less. We've all said dumb things. We've all made bad arguments. My goal is to eliminate them as much as possible. And if I make a bad argument, I want somebody to point it out so that I can correct it for future. It's just that I never make bad arguments. In all seriousness, though, everybody enjoy your holiday season and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you back here in a new season. Hopefully the phones will be working.